Good morning. This is Epiphany Sunday. Now, Epiphany Sunday marks the time that the wise men or the Magi followed the star and made it to see the baby Jesus. Wasn't much of a baby by that time, but that's what Epiphany is about. And I started focusing on the star this year because as we know, they made a big deal about the convergence of Jupiter and all of the star appearing again. And I thought about the star a lot. And more than the Magi this year, I thought about that star. And I remembered a story from when I was a little girl, and it was one of my favorite stories. It was written about 75 years ago. And I made it into a play for Sunday school 50 years ago. It's a story of the littlest angel. And the littlest angel is a story about a little boy angel who was not as good as angels should be. He kept getting into trouble in heaven. He couldn't keep his halo on straight. He kept tearing his robe. He would cause mischief for the other angels, and they were getting exasperated. And finally, he told his supervising angel, if I could just have a little box that I left on earth, then I would have something to keep me busy and I wouldn't get into trouble. So even though it was against the rules, the supervising angel sent down to earth and got the little box that the little boy had left. And it was just a crude little box, but it had all kinds of good things that little boys collect in it. Let's look at the box. It had leaves. It had a piece of string. It had sticks and pieces of wood. It had acorns and other nuts. It had a cone from a tree. It had little sticks. It had shiny white rocks from the riverbed that had brushed smooth. It had a flower from a tree. And it had a butterfly with gossamer wings. Those were the things that were in this little box. And it kept the little boy, the littlest angel, occupied for a very long time. But one day, there was good news. And the angels were all running around heaven saying, the baby has been born, the Son of God. We have to find gifts for him. Well, all of their beautiful gifts, all of their golden harps and other things that they found were wonderful, but the littlest angel didn't have anything, and he felt so sad. The only thing he had was this little box. The box that had been keeping him busy, but he thought, it's the only thing I have to give. So while the other angels were laying their gifts on the golden steps to heaven, the littlest angel came and put his box down. And the other angels went, oh no, how ugly, how awful. But God spoke and said, the things in this box are the things that my son will love and appreciate as he becomes a child on earth. This is the most precious gift of all. And suddenly the box rose up into the air. And it rose higher and higher and higher, and it glowed and glowed and glowed. And suddenly it turned into that star of Bethlehem that led the wise men on their journey to the baby Jesus. And that's a story that I didn't write. It was written before I was born, but it was written by a man named Charles Tazewell, and it's the story of the littlest angel and the star of Bethlehem. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.